You've always known you were built for more. Not more attention, but more impact. Not more praise, but more purpose. And Leo, on May 23rd and 24th, the universe doesn't whisper this truth to you. It roars it. These are not just dates. They are a spotlight, a cosmic invitation to step into your essence, not as a performer, but as a presence. Because when the world dims, it looks for the brightest source of courage. And Leo, that's you. Not for show, for service, not to impress, but to ignite. The portal opens on May 23rd as the moon forms a supportive trine with Saturn. It's your moment of divine structure, where your emotional gravity locks in with your long-term purpose. And here's the truth most won't admit. People need your light, Leo. Not your perfection, not your politeness, but your clarity, your conviction, your fire. This trine isn't here to coddle you. It's here to commission you, to remind you that your influence isn't random. It's responsibility, and the moment you stop second-guessing that, you stop dimming your own legacy. So here's your first activation. Rise before the world does. Before the messages, before the metrics, before the mirror. Stand barefoot, feet wide, hands open. Breathe deep, in for 4, hold for 2, out for 6. Feel your chest expand with memory. The memory of who you were before the world taught you to wait. Now speak this aloud. I am the light I've been waiting for. I do not beg for rooms, I build them. I do not seek approval, I set the standard. 3 times. No script, no filter. Let your voice shake if it must, until it stabilizes into something deeper, something unshakable, because your frequency is rising, and with it, your field of influence expands. Now, the second step, journal prompt. What do I know I'm here to say, but haven't yet said? Write for 12 minutes. Don't pause, don't polish, let it pour, let it burn, let it bruise. Then underline the one sentence that feels like it could electrify 1,000 people. That's the headline of your mission this week. That's the message your soul came here to deliver. Mid-morning, move with clarity. Send the email, post the story, book the venue, raise the rate, initiate the launch. Whatever you've been holding back, unleash it. Not recklessly, relentlessly. Because when Leo acts with alignment, the world adjusts. No need to over-explain. Your boldness calibrates the space, and that's enough. By midday, pause. Not to rest, but to reflect. Stand in front of the mirror. Look into your own eyes, not your hair, not your outfit, your eyes, and ask, am I showing up for applause or for legacy? Because applause fades, but legacy echoes. Legacy walks into a room before your name is called. Legacy isn't about being seen, it's about being remembered. So write this line down and carry it with you. My voice is not volume, it's vision. Read it before every decision today. Let it guide your tone. Let it shape your asks. Let it refine your boundaries. Because today, you're not chasing visibility. You're curating vitality. You're amplifying truth. You're magnetizing what already belongs to you. And that changes everything. Afternoon arrives with opportunity disguised as discomfort. You'll feel it as a challenge. An email that stretches you. A conversation that demands your leadership. A sudden doubt that tempts you to shrink. But this time, you don't flinch. You rise, you square your shoulders. You answer the call, not with noise, but with nuance. Not with hustle, but with heat. Because Leo, leadership isn't about having all the answers. It's about holding the energy that says, I will figure it out, and I'll do it loud if I must. This is your golden hour. Make a bold move before the sun sets. Pitch the idea that's too ambitious. Reach out to the person who intimidates you because they recognize your power. Show up to the table you once thought was too high and pull up your own throne. Because Leo, this is not the rehearsal. This is the room. You are not becoming a leader. You are remembering you already are one. Evening descends, but your fire is just starting to speak. Light a gold or orange candle. Sit in silence. Journal prompt. What did I do today that my future self will thank me for? Write 3 things, name them clearly. Then add 1 more line. What am I still holding back that must be freed tomorrow? Set the page beside your bed. Let the candle flicker as your promise, because tomorrow, you act, not for likes, for legacy, not for feedback, for fulfillment. You are not here to rehearse your power. You are here to radiate it. And Leo, the stage is set. May 24th dawns with a whisper and a hum, but for you, Leo, it feels like thunder under the skin. Not chaotic, certain, not loud, loaded. Because today, the Venus-Neptune sextile wraps itself around your field like silk woven from desire and destiny. And it doesn't ask for permission to stir you. It just does. It touches the part of you that dreams in gold and breathes in metaphors. The part that wants more, not to possess, but to create. To build beauty that lasts. To move people with presence. To leave behind more than posts and applause. To leave legacy in motion. And this is the reminder. You were never just the main character. You are the muse, the maker, and the movement. So today, beauty is an aesthetic. It's authority. It's clarity in color. It's elegance in execution. It's the way you walk into a room and claim it, not with noise, but with knowing. So here's your first move. Dress with intent. Not to be noticed, to be felt. Choose textures that remind your skin it deserves softness. Choose colors that command attention. Not because you need validation, but because you are visibility. Before stepping out, pause by the mirror. Place both hands on your heart. Say this aloud. I move with bold grace. My presence shifts atmospheres. I do not chase light, I am the light. Let your breath carry those words into your bloodstream. Let your posture remember your worth. Then walk. Where? Wherever you're most afraid to be seen in your fullness. Because Leo, your power doesn't need stage lighting. It needs permission from you. Now comes the act of visibility. Not for vanity, for vibration. Choose one platform today. Social, professional, interpersonal. And show up. Show up with a story that cracks something open. Show up with a vision that feels too early. Show up with a truth that feels too much. Because that too much, that's the portal. That's the edge. That's where people start listening. Midday, take the leap. Make the ask. Send the pitch. Launch the project. Wear the damn crown. Whatever you've been postponing out of fear that it's too soon, today is the answer. It's not too soon. It's divine timing. And the cosmos isn't just giving you permission, it's giving you wind. Momentum disguised as magic. Use it. Late afternoon brings contrast. You'll feel the shadow flicker. The "who do I think I am" voice. The "is it really working?" doubt. Don't fight it. Invite it in, let it speak. Then love it back into silence. Because the fear of your power is not a warning, it's a signal you're expanding. So pause. Open your journal. Prompt. What would I do if I fully believed I was already chosen? Write it. No edits, no disclaimers. Then pick one action from the lists and do it before the sun sets. Why? Because confidence is built in motion, not meditation. Leo, your healing happens in the act of expression, not when you're perfect, when you're present. Evening approaches with gold dust in the air, the kind of twilight that makes everything shimmer. This is your mirror moment, not to critique, to crown. Stand before your reflection, light a candle, gaze into your own eyes. Whisper, I forgive myself for all the times I dimmed. I reclaim the parts of me I silenced to be loved. I rise not as performance, but as presence. Feel your voice soften, your jaw unclench, your spine elongate. You're not rehearsing anymore, you're remembering. And what you're remembering is unstoppable. Now anchor it. Final prompt of the day. If I fully embodied my essence tomorrow, what would change? Make a list. Let it be wild, let it be tender, let it be yours. Then close the journal, extinguish the candle, and say this one last line to the night. I do not need the world to catch up. I move at the speed of truth. Then sleep, not as escape, as integration. Because Leo, tomorrow the world won't look different. You will. And they'll feel it before they see it. Morning of May 24th. You wake not with anxiety, but with an ache. An ache that says, more is waiting. An ache that says, you're not even close to your full wattage. And that ache, it's not a flaw. It's a flame. It's a signal that your soul refuses to settle for being admired when you were born to lead. So today, Leo, it's not about motivation, it's about initiation. You are being asked to step into a new level of self-command. Not through effort, through embodiment. Start the day before you scroll, before you serve, before you shrink. Place both feet on the floor, hand on heart. Whisper, I am not performing. I am aligning. I am not hustling for light. I radiate from my root. then breathe. Drink water. Nourish your body not out of control, but care. Because your light doesn't just shine through your talent, it shines through your rituals. Mid-morning brings a fork in your energy. You'll sense two paths. One feels safe, known, expected. The other feels exposed, electrifying, unscripted. Choose the second. Every time. That's where the leadership lives. In the email that feels too bold. In the offer that feels too soon. In the collaboration that scares you into stillness. Say yes to what expands you, even if it stretches your voice, even if it shakes your hand. Because stretch is your soul's favorite language. Now, block 90 minutes. Call it crown work. This is not admin, not maintenance. It's mission. Use it to move your vision forward. That could mean outlining a keynote talk, designing a brand reintroduction, recording a message to your future self, writing the first draft of the story you've been silencing. Whatever it is, it must carry your signature. It must taste like freedom, not approval. Leo, you are not meant to be digestible. You are meant to be undeniable. So create something today that reflects that. Then, pause. At the end of your 90 minutes, place your hand on your chest. Say, I did not wait for the perfect time. I created the perfect moment. Feel that. That's sovereignty. Midday arrives with the potential for dilution, for distraction. The world starts asking for pieces of you again. A favor here, an obligation there, and here's your choice. Do you default to pleasing, or do you defend your flame? Say this aloud. I do not divide my brilliance into bite-sized pieces. I do not dim to be digestible. Then respond accordingly. Say no with softness. Say yes with structure. Protect your calendar like it's your castle, because it is. Afternoon, visibility activation. You've done the inner work. Now the world must feel it. Record something, share something, post something. It doesn't have to be polished, it has to be powerful. From your truth, not your strategy. From your gut, not your grid. Tell a story that matters. Make an offer that matches your value. Say the thing that only your voice can carry. Then let it go. Release the need for outcome. Because Leo, you're not chasing metrics, you're building movement. Late afternoon, integration beckons. Find a quiet place. Outside if possible. Feel your feet on earth or wood or tile. Feel the breeze, even if only through the window. Whisper. Let the world move at its pace. I move with the rhythm of my knowing. I follow heat, not hype. And as you breathe, ask, what part of me have I reclaimed today? What version of me have I finally let die? Let the answers come through sensation, not thought. Tingling in your chest, that's remembrance. Tears behind your eyes, that's release. Stillness in your spine, that's arrival. Leo, you're not waiting to be discovered. You're discovering what was never lost. Evening approaches with holy stillness. You feel it, don't you? That hum behind the silence? That's the portal widening. That's the alignment deepening. That's the universe nodding. Not clapping, nodding. Because it doesn't need to cheer for what it already ordained. And neither do you. So light your candle again. Return to your mirror. This time, don't speak affirmations. Speak identity. Say, I am the one who leads with heart. I am the voice that awakens courage. I am the frequency that invites expansion. Let your tone be low, certain, final. Because today wasn't just about action. It was about recognition. Recognition of the part of you that doesn't flinch when the spotlight lands. Not because it needs it, because it already carries it. Now rest, not as reward, as reinforcement. Because tomorrow, you rise again, but not for validation, for vision. And Leo, your vision changes everything. Night has arrived. But for you, Leo, this is not the end of a cycle, it's the ignition of one. Because after the applause fades, after the screen goes dark, after the day unwinds into shadows, that's when real power asks to speak. And you're finally quiet enough to hear it. So tonight, Leo, the cosmos offers you a question. Now that the world has seen your light, can you hold it in the dark? Can you stand tall, not when you're celebrated, but when you're simply there? Not performing, not posting, just being. Because that's what separates icons from influencers. Legacy from moment. And you were built for legacy. Begin with ritual. Cleanse your space. Turn off the artificial noise. Light a flame, a single candle in your favorite color. Not for display, for devotion. Then place both hands on your heart. Say aloud, I do not chase the echo. I am the origin of the sound. I do not borrow light. I generate it. Feel the vibration beneath your palms. Feel your chest expand to meet it. Then pick up your journal. Title the page, The Version of Me Who Is Unshakable. And write, who is she? What does she believe in when no one claps? What does she demand even when no one is watching? What does she create not to impress, but to impact? Let it pour out. Let it be messy, emotional, magnetic. When you're done, fold the page and place it under your pillow. This is not a note, it's a contract. Now, prepare the mirror. Stand before it, candle beside you. Look yourself in the eyes and say, I am no longer preparing. I am presenting. I am no longer convincing. I am embodying. I am no longer performing. I am transmitting. And then, smile. Not out of pride, out of presence. Because for the first time in a long time, you're not seeking yourself in the eyes of others. You found yourself in your own. Let that moment linger. Let it echo. Let it anchor. Because tomorrow will move fast. The world will demand again. But tonight, this silence belongs to you. As sleep approaches, climb into bed with reverence. You are not collapsing from exhaustion. You are lying down in ritual. Say softly, I am not afraid of what tomorrow brings. I have already become what tomorrow requires. Let each word soothe your nervous system. Let each breath soften your chest. And when your mind tries to rehearse, prove, or panic, remind it, the work is done. I have shown up. I have aligned. I will rise again. And you will. Not as someone waiting to be seen, but as someone who is already undeniable. Rest now, Leo. The fire still flickers within you, not to consume, but to guide. Tomorrow, you light the way again. Morning breaks, Leo. But this isn't just another sunrise. This is the coronation of your next chapter. The light doesn't just fall across your skin, it recognizes you. The room feels different because you feel different. You're no longer rehearsing, you're remembering. And today the cosmos doesn't just applaud your rise, it mirrors it. Begin with stillness. Even before your feet hit the floor, whisper, I do not chase legacy. I embody it. I do not seek validation. I radiate truth. Then breathe into that truth. Let it expand through your ribs. Let it stretch through your spine. Because this day, it doesn't require hustle. It asks for harmony. It asks for alignment. It asks for you to lead. Not louder, but clearer. Move through your morning like it's choreography. Slow, deliberate, commanding. Put on an outfit that doesn't just look good, but feels like presence. Drink your coffee not as fuel, but as sacrament. When you sit at your desk or step into your space, don't start with a task. Start with a declaration. Say aloud, today I do not perform power. I express it, and then begin. Open your journal one more time. Title the page, The Leader I Choose to Be. Write 3 truths, one about how you will serve, one about how you will protect your light, one about what no longer belongs in your orbit. Don't overthink them. Feel them. Let them arrive like instinct. Then choose one action that reflects those truths. And do it before noon. Send the message, refuse the offer, raise the price, pitch the idea, offer the blessing, claim the spotlight. Whatever it is, make it yours. Not to be seen, but to stay sovereign. Because Leo, this is the turning point. This is the day you stop waiting for the room to recognize you. You recognize yourself. And that changes everything. Afternoon arrives like a mirror. Conversations may challenge you. Opportunities may test you. Old doubts may whisper again. But this time, you don't argue with them. You don't beg them to believe in you. You simply smile. Because power doesn't argue. It leads. Repeat quietly, I do not explain my energy. I express it. I do not shrink for rooms. Rooms expand for me. Then return to your mission. One more time before sunset, take a bold step toward your vision. It could be small, but it must be sovereign. It must reflect the truth of who you've become. Because Leo, you're not waiting to arrive. You have. And now, your magnetism speaks before you do. As the sun begins to set, prepare your final ritual. Cleanse your space. Play music that feels like legacy. Light 3 candles. One for the fire you've kept burning, one for the courage you've honored, one for the empire you are still building. Then speak this aloud. I do not fear the spotlight. I am not afraid of success. I am no longer dimming to survive. I am here to inspire. I am here to expand. I am here to reign. Let the words fill the room. Let them wrap around the air like gold. Because Leo, this is your blueprint moment. Not loud, but unshakable. Not showy, but sovereign. Close the day with grace. Write one last line in your journal. My future echoes from the choices I made today. Then sign it, date it, close the book with certainty. And as you blow out your candles, say, the world doesn't need more noise. It needs my roar. Rest now, Leo. The fire never left you. It only waited for you to remember it wasn't outside. It was always, always you.